So we can then easily discuss. Um, any question? Do you have any doubt or question regarding anything? You can just come on the video, switch on your camera, and we can discuss if you want. Salil?
Yes, sir.
So any doubt till now, Avnish?
Sir, in neural networks,
Yes,
what we did was we did the partial differentiation way, right?
yes,
For
yes.
the backward
Back
this.
propagation, yes.
So is there any other way? Because if we have to do like reduce the error and all that, is there any other method for that?
There are several methods. Back propagation is this only. There are several other methods of learning, but back propagation is the most popular one in neural networks. So if you see, if you go for deep learning and all these things, which are popular nowadays, all of them use this algorithm, back propagation algorithm. Do you have any other question
No, sir.
or any other doubt? Like if you are looking for some specific
No,
method?
sir, because if we go for back propagation to reduce the error, we'll
Mhm.
have to go all the way back to the input, right?
Yes,
To exchange the
yes, yes,
correct the weights of the that way. So
yes.
even if you use partial differentiation,
Mhm.
it isn't hard to do the like immediate backwards, the last two weights for the output. Those aren't hard to change. But if you move even backwards, suppose
Mhm.
there are multiple uh, layers in between.
Mhm.
Like there's a three layer neural network.
Okay, okay.
So one is input, one is output, and there's another in between. So when if you have to correct the weights for the in between layers, that would be difficult, right? So that was uh, I was wanting to ask.
No, what was the question like? You have to propagate. I have shown you that in the just immediate step, you can easily partial differentiate. For
Yes, sir.
the more farther steps from the last step. So from the
Yes.
very last step, if you go farther towards the beginning, so your partial differentiation will become difficult. But that is one time effort only.
Okay.
Understand that all these things have to be done only one time when you are writing that program. Okay, so
Yes, sir.
in that program itself, you will make um, you will code for those formulas which you have calculated through partial differentiation. Okay, you will first calculate those partial differentiation formulas and code them in the program.
Okay, sir.
Okay, and once if you have coded, then you just have to execute that program whatever times you want to back propagate or forward propagate.
Okay, sir.
Okay, so this Andrew Ng, have you heard of this name, Andrew Ng?
No, sir.
Andrew Ng, he is a very good. He has many courses on Coursera for machine learning and all these things. So there is good course on deep learning. How he has explained how we can code in Python for these neural networks and the deep learning. Actually, deep learning methodology has come from this Python only, from this ANN only. So this is just what is enhanced formulation of ANNs, deep learning, which have become popular nowadays. Okay, ANN is very old thing. We have also learned it in our college times. Okay, so ANN was there in our college time also, but that time it was not that popular. But nowadays, due to this deep learning and what not, CNN and all those things, it has become very popular. Okay, so you find that course, that is very good course. If you are interested in going through this, so you can go through that course. It will teach you how to code for these ANNs also, and that is very pretty easy. Like, it is not very difficult. If you once understand the logic, understand the concept, coding in Python is very easy. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Any other doubt? Any specific formulation you were looking for when you asked this question? Were you
No, sir,
looking
it was a general doubt.
Okay.
General one.
No, were you aware of some other technique and you are asking about that technique?
No, sir. It's a general doubt.
Okay, okay. So there may be many other ways in literature. Many other ways are available for backpropagation and learning in ANN, but this is the most popular one, and which has been proven in the area of artificial intelligence. So that is why I'm covering this, and that is why it has been included in your syllabus. Okay. Any other doubt regarding the coursework and all other evaluations, everything, anything else? So I have sent you marks of all the quizzes through various mediums. Assignments, I have started evaluating the assignments which are on EduNext. I have started evaluating, and you will be receiving the marks on the portal itself, marks for this. And then finally, we will consolidate what formula we will apply. We will let you know, but that will be done in the end. Okay, so presently we have conducted 3 quizzes of 10 marks each, and we are planning to have one more quiz of 20 marks. So in total, we will have 5 quizzes of 10 marks each. Okay, and then probably we will look for best 3 or best 2, whatever, and then some marks for assignment also. That would be our strategy to give you marks for the remaining part of the evaluation. Any doubt in that? Any question? Anybody? Tulika? Any question regarding the evaluation and anything else?
No, sir, I joined late. Sorry, sir.
No, that's okay. But I am just asking, do you have any question about evaluation? We are planning for having evaluation. I have already taken many assignments, and then I am taking last assignment, probably last or second last. Let us see. We may have one more assignment on NLP, or we may not have. That we will decide it um, in consultation with other teachers. And quizzes we have conducted till now. We have conducted 3 quizzes, 10 marks each, and for 2 of the quizzes you have got the evaluated marks, and for one more quiz I will update you regarding that. So what I'm going to do to convey the marks of third quiz number 2, that I will float a assignment naming quiz 2 marks, something like that, and I will ask you to make a submission on that assignment. That will be a, what do you say, dummy assignment kind of thing, and you will just submit, and then on that submission I will feed the marks of your quizzes. Right? Any doubt in that? सबको समझ आ गया कैसे मैं मार्क्स आपको कन्वे करने वाला हूँ क्विज के? क्विज 2 जो मार्क्स मैंने कन्वे नहीं किए हैं, उसके लिए मैं एक असाइनमेंट फ्लोट करूंगा, dummy type of assignment, and you will have to submit. If you want to have no marks of that quiz, you will have to submit that. Okay, and if you have attempted that quiz, I will advise you, then only you submit that. Okay, and then on that submission I will give you specify the marks which you have already obtained in that quiz. then you will be able to access those marks on the EduNext portal itself. Instead of communicating it through email or anything else, I am just using EduNext to communicate that so that everybody can access. Right? Have you understood that? So today's agenda is genetic algorithms, and it's kind of introduction only. And what is genetic algorithms? So genetic algorithms are basically the algorithms which have been inspired from the natural evolution process, that the evolution through which all natural things have developed, have evolved. Like humans have evolves generation by generation. Uh, from one generation they learn, and the new generation is uh, is evolved, which is better equipped for the changed environment. So what is it, Darwin's theory of fittest, survival of the fittest, that due to that theory only those genes in humans survive and propagate in future generations which have succeeded to adjust in the changing environment. So as you have seen, we have developed from apes to humans or Homo sapiens as we are now. So we gradually evolved. We gradually adopted or adapted the features, new features, and to adapt with the changing environment so that we can suit and we can survive or betterment. Okay, so using same theory, these genetic algorithms are based. Okay, so these genetic algorithms are based on the natural process of evolution. Okay, how humans have evolved, or how nature evolves itself generation by generation. So from one generation, features which are not adaptable, which does not suit the changed environment, will go away, and new features will be adopted, will be undertaken by the new generation of the same species. So for every species, it keeps on evolving, keeps on changing, keeps on adapting, keeps on acquiring features, and keeps on sustaining features which better suits to the change environment, and they keep on get away with all those features which does not suit, which pose hindrance for that species to survive. So on the same concept, on the basis of same concept, these genetic algorithms are developed, and these are the basic framework is. So these are basic terms: genetic algorithm, fitness function, representation schemes, selection operators, reproduction operators, survivor selection, and we will just bypass these. So these are up to survivor selection. These are the basic steps of genetic, or basic terms, you can say, terminology of genetic algorithm. Okay. So what is genetic algorithm? So it is basically type of search method which works stochastically. Stochastically means it uses some element of probability within their process, and they are population based methods. Population based methods means they start, or they works on a number of solutions. So instead of finding or calculating single solution from starting to end, they works on starting with some some number of individual solutions which are randomly initialized and developed and evolved to become best suited for the requirement gradually. So we will see how. So population stochastic means कि उसमें कुछ probability का feature रहता है. Population based methods means they works on a set of solutions instead of one. So एक solution के बजाय वो एक साथ एक से ज्यादा solution पर काम करते हैं, and they evolve these solutions from the randomly initialized solutions to the best suited solution for the requirement. Okay, so we will see with an example. So this is genetic algorithm definition. Genetic algorithm is a probabilistic search algorithm. So you see that we are talking about search algorithm again, and this is same as different search techniques we have seen till now in our artificial intelligence classes. So we have been looking for algorithms which tries to search in the state space of various states of your problem, and you try to find the goal state in that state space. Okay, so that is again a search problem. So similarly, there are many search problems, and for such type of search problems, and if you do not know exact way to find the solution, or you do not have exact definition of the solution also, then you can use these type of algorithms, stochastic based algorithms, which does not guarantee to give you best results, but they try to give you as good results as possible, as optimal result as possible. Okay, so the genetic algorithm is a probabilistic search algorithm that iteratively transforms a set of mathematical objects or solutions. Okay, so it iteratively transforms. वो क्या करते हैं, एक set of solutions से start करते हैं, उनको iteratively एक के बाद एक iterations पर transform करते हैं, each with the associated fitness value, and उन ऑब्जेक्ट्स में यानी सॉल्यूशंस की हर सॉल्यूशन की कोई फिटनेस वैल्यू होती है, उस फिटनेस वैल्यू को इंप्रूव करते हैं आइटरेटिवली. सो इनटू अ न्यू पॉपुलेशन ऑफ ऑफस्प्रिंग ऑब्जेक्ट्स using the Darwinian principle of natural selection and using operations that are patterned after naturally occurring genetic operators such as crossover and mutation. So they have in genetic algorithms the natural operators which works in case of what is a reproduction of human beings. So whenever a new generation, new child take birth, the genes of parents are intermingled, and they new genes for the child are reproduced, and the operators which works on the genes of parents, two parents, those operators are crossover and mutation. So genes of two parents will either get crossed over or they will be mutated to generate to make new genes. So these two operators works. These are biological operators defined biologically, which works on genes, and on the basis of same mathematical operators have been defined for genetic algorithms, which works in the same way as biological crossover and mutation operators. Okay, so this genetic algorithm was initially developed by John Holland in 1970. You can go through later on this. So basic idea is a class of probabilistic optimization algorithms inspired by the biological evolution process, use concepts of natural selection and genetic inheritance. So how humans develop due to genetic inheritance and natural selection. Genetic inheritance means we inherit properties from our parents, and natural selection means due to Darwin's theory, only best suited individuals get go through the new times. So natural selection. Okay, take a population of candidate solution to a given problem. use operators inspired by the mechanisms of natural genetic variations, apply selective pressure towards certain properties, evolve a more fit solution. So let us see how they are connected. Nature environment, nature and GA. GA works on optimization problems. So a special class of problems called optimization problems, for which these type of algorithms like GA, genetic algorithm, there is a big class of such algorithms which are generally called stochastic population based search algorithms, and GA is one such element of that class of algorithms. So GA, they work on optimization problems. What are optimization problems? Any idea? Can anybody tell quickly what is optimization problem? Like you have seen traveling salesman problem. So do you remember traveling salesman problem? So that is one example of optimization problem. So there you have to optimize a route starting from one city and ending into the city back, covering all the cities in a circular fashion. Okay, so there may be several paths starting from one city to back to that city, covering all other cities. There may be several paths, several circular paths, but we have to find the best one which has minimum distance covered. Okay, so that is one type of optimization problem. There are several such optimization problems, and for such type of problems, this genetic algorithm is a good option and good trial. And such optimization problems are also considered as hard problems, and which cannot be calculated by, which cannot be solved by a polynomial time algorithm. Okay. So they works on of solutions. They try to find best solution based on their fitness. Population of in nature we have population of organisms. In GA we have a set of feasible solutions that algorithm works on. The operators which work in nature are selection, recombination, mutation, and the similar type of stochastic operators are available in GA. Evolution of populations to suit their environment, iteratively apply a set of stochastic operators on a set of feasible solutions. Okay. So chromosome as defined in natural evolution vis-a-vis corresponding thing in GA is bit string. So this is what one type of chromosome. So this may represent one solution of the problem. Genes is string position, LLA is value at that certain position, fitness is objective function value, recombination means the crossover type of operator, and mutation is where one value is mutated. So we will see one by one what are these things. So this is the basic algorithm. We initialize the population set of solutions randomly, or there are many ways of initializations that are also part of research. So this is basic framework. It provides you a genetic algorithm provides you a framework which can be tailored and which can be modified based on problem we are working on. Okay, so basic steps are you just initialize a set of solutions. They may be randomly initialized, they may be initialized with certain values depending on your previous knowledge, whatever. So you just initialize a set of solutions for a problem and you form a population of solutions, which may be, some of them may be good, some of them may not be that good, but all of them are population of that. So for example, you consider traveling salesman problem. So one possible solution is if there are 4 cities, you start from city number 1, go to city number 2, go to city number 3, then 4, then back to 1. So this is one solution. Another solution may be you start from city number 1, go to city number 3, then go to city number 2, then go to 4, and then back to 1. So there may be many permutation and combination based on permutation and different permutation and combination. There may be many solutions to this problem. So all those solutions you may start with a set of such solutions which you call a population. Okay, and you select some of them based on their fitness, based on their goodness, how good they are. So how good they are defined by the fitness function or objective function. So objective function for traveling salesman problem would be you calculate the distance of edges, all these paths from 0 to 1, then 1 to 2, then 1 to 2 to 3. तो कितने कितने पाथ की क्या क्या लेंथ है उन सबका सम निकाल लोगे, that is your fitness value. So if whatever solution gives you best value, any minimum value, will be considered the best. So based on that, you select some parents, some good solutions. That sum, the number, can be worked out when you develop the algorithm for a particular problem. कि कितने solution population में होंगे, उस population से कितने parents आप select करोगे, ये जो number है ये आप workout कर सकते हो, vary कर सकते हो based on your requirement. Okay, so as from a set of population you select parents, some good parents, you perform crossover and mutation operator on those parents. Okay, you try to modify them using some stochastic operators. So these operators does not work based on some predefined knowledge of the problem. Crossover mutation are generalized operators. कोई भी randomly कोई भी bit को change करेंगे, कोई भी bit को exchange करेंगे, that type of operators. So they will try to modify these parents in some random way and then generate a new set of solutions. Okay, from these solutions you will find which are best and you will form new population. So this cycle will keeps on repeating. You again find best solution out of them, select some parents, good parents, perform a crossover mutation. So what will happen eventually in this cycle, that only good solutions will survive and worst solution will gradually get removed from this population one by one. So at some time, some good solution will replace in this cycle, some good solution will keep on replacing some worse solution, and that is the basic idea of these algorithms. So eventually इस cycle के बाद पहले क्या होगा, एक population से start करेंगे एक solution के, उन solutions में से कुछ अच्छे solution को select करेंगे parents की तरह से, उन parents पर crossover mutation operator apply करेंगे and we will generate a new randomly modified population. So main idea is these operators are may not be generally are not influenced by the problem. They are not problem specific. They are very general operators and they try to modify the solutions in a random way. Okay, and those operators then find some new solutions randomly generated from the parents, and only some good solutions are selected, and then this cycle keeps on going. So what happens, you generate new solutions and worse solutions get replaced by better solutions, and this cycle keeps on going that way. Okay, so this is the algorithm. Initialize population with random candidates. Population means population of solutions. Random candidates means the solutions. Evaluate all individuals. So you find the value of these. So अगर वो traveling salesman problem है, तो you will suppose starts from 4 solutions. You select any 4 solutions, any 4 possible solution of that problem, and assign their value, objective function value. तो traveling salesman में हर solution की value क्या होगी कि उसके path length के sum की क्या value है. तो जितना भी total path है when you make a cycle, वो उसके solution की value होगी. Then you enter into this loop. You select good parents, apply crossover, apply mutation, and replace current generation with new generation. Then again select good parents. Okay, so you keep on doing this. This is the basic framework of genetic algorithm, and this can work on any type of optimization problem. This is not specific to any problem. Okay, so if you do not know anything about the problem, you only know the value, how you evaluate a particular problem, solution of the problem, कि किस उस प्रॉब्लम के सॉल्यूशन को आप खाली बस इवेलुएट करना जानते हैं और ये बता सकते हैं कि कोई कोई दो सॉल्यूशन में अच्छा कौन सा है, केवल इतना ही जानते हैं अगर प्रॉब्लम के बारे में और कुछ नहीं जानते, then also these algorithms will work and will find good solutions eventually in the cycle. That is the basic objective of these algorithms, that even if you do not know anything about the problem, or the knowledge of the problem is very complex, and to implement a good solution, optimal solution, optimal algorithm based on that knowledge becomes very complex. अगर आपकी नॉलेज बहुत ज़्यादा कॉम्प्लेक्स है, किसी प्रॉब्लम की नॉलेज आपको है लेकिन वो बहुत कॉम्प्लेक्स है, और उसको इम्प्लीमेंट करने के लिए जो एल्गोरिथम बनाएंगे वो बहुत टफ होगा और उसको एग्जीक्यूट करने में बहुत टाइम लगेगा, अगर इस तरह की प्रॉब्लम है तो भी आप ये प्रॉब्लम, तो ये सॉल्यूशन आप, ये एल्गोरिथम उस प्रॉब्लम पे आप लगा सकते हैं. सो दिस टाइप ऑफ एल्गोरिथम्स वर्क्स on the problems which are not defined properly or very complex, very hard problems for which finding solution takes exponential time. Then we can go for this type of problems, this type of solutions, algorithms which try to find good solutions or very good solutions for those problems in the reasonable time, as humans do. Humans doesn't try to optimize everything. They try to find solution which can work out, which can give the solution, immediate solution for the problem. They don't try to optimize everything. We humans, we do not try to optimize. If we want to go from one place to another place, we don't try to go with the best path. सबसे छोटे रास्ते से हम जाने की कोशिश नहीं करते हैं, हम किसी भी रास्ते जाने की कोशिश करते हैं पर सबसे लंबा नहीं होना चाहिए. We try to find such solutions of the problems, of our problems, which may not be worst. We try to avoid worst, but we never try to optimize everything every time. So in the same way these algorithm works, they do not try to optimize everything, they try to find better solutions, better suited solutions in less time. तो अगर हमें एक जगह से, सपोज यहाँ से हमें दिल्ली जाना है और हम चाहते हैं कि सबसे छोटा रास्ता हमें मिल जाए, तो हो सकता है हमें बहुत टाइम लग जाए वो रास्ता निकालने में कि सबसे छोटा कौन सा है. उससे अच्छा हमें लगेगा कि यार इतनी देर में तो हम दिल्ली पहुंच ही जाएंगे, इतना टाइम हम रास्ता ढूंढने में लगाएंगे, इससे बढ़िया दिल्ली चले जाएं, किसी भी रास्ते से चले जाएं जो भी हमें पता है. On the same concept, this type of algorithms works. Okay. So the termination criteria. So what is termination criteria? This is termination criteria. So this, when it enters into this loop, you have to make this algorithm know then when it has to come out. So you may, what are termination criteria? You have to define when you have to come out. So that is termination criteria. What could be the possible options? Either you can specify the number of generations. Okay. So सपोज आप 40 बार आप इवेलुएट करना चाहते हैं, 50 बार इवेलुएट करना, 1000 बार, 2000, 1 लाख बार, 50 लाख बार. So that number, so you just find some number which is good enough for your problem, and that you can work out with some experiments. You do some experiments and you find how much time of number of times you have to, that would be good for your problem. So you just find that number. That is one way. You find minimum threshold reached. So you just try to find threshold. Okay. No improvement in the best individual for a specified number. This is very popular one. That पिछले 10 जनरेशन से अगर बेस्ट सॉल्यूशन चेंज नहीं हो रहा है तो probably we have reached the ultimate solution or the best solution which this algorithm can provide. Memory time constraints. Okay. So how much time or memory it requires and you have, that can be your termination criteria. Then combination of the above, or you can combine any number of times. So termination criteria मतलब generally ये पहला वाला चलता है, that is most popular way of terminating, that you find out कि कितनी बार चलाने से आपकी प्रॉब्लम का सॉल्यूशन निकल जाता है. करीब करीब कितनी बार चलाने से, 100 बार चलाने से निकल जाता है. 100, 120, 130 टाइम आप उसको चलाओ और देखो आउटपुट क्या आया. ओके, देन मेन फीचर्स टिपिकली अप्लाइड टू हाईली मल्टीमोड, ये तो we can skip. Concept is easy to understand, modular separate application that you can go afterwards. You just go through these benefits and drawbacks. These are applications of GA. तो वो जो भी ऑप्टिमाइजेशन प्रॉब्लम जहाँ जहाँ होती हैं वो सब आपको इसमें लिस्ट डाउन हो गई हैं. वो सब ऑप्टिमाइजेशन प्रॉब्लम्स जैसे कि सेट कवरिंग, ट्रैवलिंग सेल्समैन, राउटिंग, बिन पैकिंग, ग्राफ कलरिंग, ये सब प्रॉब्लम्स मैथमेटिकल प्रॉब्लम्स हैं. गेम प्लेइंग में ये सब ऑप्टिमाइजेशन प्रॉब्लम्स हैं. सो दिस एल्गोरिथम कैन बी applied on these applications. Then what is fitness function? Fitness function is the function on the basis of which you evaluate the fitness of the solution. फिटनेस मतलब जैसे ट्रैवलिंग सेल्समैन प्रॉब्लम अगर है आपका टारगेट, तो फिटनेस क्या होगा? सम ऑफ द paths. Okay, so total path value, that will be your fitness. So on the basis of that, on the basis of problem, you can find fitness. Then generally you try to minimize. So objective function आपका क्या होता है? minimization problem होती है ज्यादातर optimization problem. अगर minimization नहीं है, maximization है, तो उसको easily minimization function में convert किया जा सकता है. So there are many ways to convert. Simple way is you add minus sign before that. So you convert maximization to minimization problem, and there are many other ways also. So that you can go through. So ये minimization problem को maximization में convert करने का एक तरीका ये भी है. ये एक और तरीका है. Then representation scheme. Representation means how do you represent the solution. अभी मैं कह रहा हूँ ट्रैवलिंग सेल्समैन, कई बार कहा मैंने, ट्रैवलिंग सेल्समैन का प्रॉब्लम का सॉल्यूशन क्या होता है? दैट यू हैव टू फाइंड द सीक्वेंस ऑफ सिटीज. सो इफ यू हैव नंबर्ड योर सिटीज इन गिविंग देम नंबर 1 2 3 up to 4 whatever, so that is your one sequence of these numbers will be the solution. Okay, now that is one representation. So we have already seen in chapter 1 that how we have to represent the solutions of the problem. There are we have to work out on the, जो हमने टिक टैक टो में कई सारे representations देखे थे. Similarly we have to represent the solutions. So representation scheme binary encoding हो सकता है. Binary encoding 1 0 1 0 1. तो अगर वो selection type की problem है, if you have to find some set of items from a given set of items, you have to find some set of items which satisfy a particular criteria, then you have to select some and neglect some, reject some. So that binary encoding can work out, can be your representation for the solution. Okay, or value encoding, real value, permutation encoding भी एक solution हो सकता है. So binary encoding, phenotype, parametric domain, genotype. So phenotype is the solution representation in the solution space. कि आप traveling salesman में suppose आप बात कर रहे हैं traveling salesman, तो sequence of cities, number of cities will be one solution. तो वो phenotype हो गया. And when you convert it in the representation which you are going to use in GA, तो वो आपको 0 1 के space में करना है. तो you have to convert it into 0 1 space, and then that becomes your genotype representation of the solution. तो solution के दो representation है. एक representation जो आप solution space में बात करते हैं, और एक representation जो आप genetic algorithm में generally binary notations use करते हैं. So you have to convert the solution in the form of 1 0 1 0 1, some sequence, and each such that each solution has only unique representation in GA. तो unique representation होना जरूरी है, so that you can encode and decode. तो जो भी आप representation लेंगे, convert करेंगे, तो वो unique होना चाहिए. Binary encoding. This is binary encoding. So for example, you have to optimize this. Your aim is to optimize this for x from 0 to 31. X can take any value from 0 to 31, and you have to find x which suits this. You have to find some x, some value of x. x की वैल्यू क्या है? कोई भी नंबर हो सकता है. तो सॉल्यूशन स्पेस में सॉल्यूशंस क्या हैं? कोई भी 0, 1, 2, any number which lies between 0 to 31. These are numbers, but they have to be represented in 0, 1 binary form in GA. So you have to convert them in 5-bit binary encoding. So that will be your phenotype and genotype. Okay, 2 representation of 2 is this, 10 is this. So suppose you have to your objective is to find x for which this value is minimum. You have to find x for which this value is minimum between 0 to 31. तो आप स्ट्रेट फॉरवर्ड भी कुछ लगा सकते हैं मैथमेटिक्स, लेकिन अभी हम उस पे नहीं जा रहे हैं. अगर ये फंक्शन आपको जीए पे लगाना है, जीए से सॉल्व करना है, तो कैसे होगा वो देख रहे हैं. ओके, पॉपुलेशन साइज इज 5. तो वी विल स्टार्ट विथ सम रैंडमली इनिशियलाइज्ड 5 सॉल्यूशंस. कोई भी 5 सॉल्यूशन हमने ले लिए, कोई भी 5x वैल्यूज ले ली विच लाइज बिटवीन 0 to 31. दिस इज द ओनली कंस्ट्रेंट फॉर दिस. तो कंस्ट्रेंट क्या है? 0 से 31 के बीच में होना चाहिए x की वैल्यू. तो वी हैव टेकन एनी रैंडमली सिलेक्टेड एनी 5 वैल्यूज बिटवीन 0 to 31 and represented them into bit strings. Okay, and then population size, you can work out on this different population size. Fitness function is this, so you evaluate their fitness. तो आपको ये मिनिमाइज करना है, तो पहले ये वैल्यू निकाल लेंगे हर एक की. OX क्या है? ये है. FX क्या है? 3.4, 3.4, 3.3, 2.4, 0. Okay, so we have changed it to avoid negative values. We have changed this representation in a form so that we do not have any negative value, and we even after that we can minimize to make it easier. Okay, to make the algorithm easier, we have changed this function which converts this value to some other value which is also increasing or decreasing in the same way as this. Fx is increasing or decreasing in the same way as Ox, but this is easier, and that is why we have taken this algorithm, this value. Now we have to minimize this Fx. Selection operator. Now we have to select. So how we can select? Either we can have this selection operator, roll wheel. This is called roll wheel. So you select any one of these parent selection. So these are parents, mutation, evaluation of these are solutions. So these are offsprings which are generated, and you get new solutions. These are new solutions, and then you apply roll wheel. So this is selection operator, where you find best solution from the offspring to form the new. What are the options for that? Here you have to apply selection. So this is selection, this is mutation, this is crossover, and this is selection. So these are the steps where operators are applied. So this shows you where each operator is applied. So these are basically selection operators. Random selection, you select any random selection, simplest selection operator where each individual has the same probability. No fitness is used. Random selection है वो generally नहीं. Fitness proportionate selection. So जो जितना ज़्यादा fit है उसकी प्रोबेबिलिटी ज़्यादा सेलेक्ट होने की है. If that is the operator, that is one way. और रोले व्हील इज एन एग्जांपल ऑफ फिटनेस प्रोपोर्शनल सिलेक्शन ऑपरेटर. तो ये फिटनेस प्रोपोर्शन के बेस पे सेलेक्ट करता है ऑपरेटर. ओके, सो फिटनेस ए इज इक्वल टू 3, फिटनेस बी इज इक्वल टू 1, फिटनेस सी इज इक्वल टू 2 based on this. Okay, based on their values it has found that which one is more fit and selected on the basis of that. Fitness proportionate selection based on proportions, rolle wheel. So based on this just way of finding which is best based on probability and selects the best method. Rank based selection, so you rank each individual based on their fitness and then select best out of that. So linear ranking, you can just rank based on their फिटनेस. जिसकी सबसे कम फिटनेस है, जिसकी सबसे बेटर फिटनेस है, वो रैंक 1 एंड फिर उसके बाद रैंक 2, रैंक 3, ऐसे रैंक यू जस्ट असाइन रैंक्स टू द सॉल्यूशंस एंड देन फाइंड द फर्स्ट 4 बेस्ट, व्हाटएवर नंबर ऑफ elements you have to select, that many you select from the top. So that is the way how you can find the rank based mathematical way. Elitism. Elitism refers to the process of ensuring that the best individual of the current population is provided to the next generation. So these all of them were elitist. So you try to rank and you select the best. That is how you select. Tournament selection means you randomly choose any two, select one best of them, then randomly select any two, select one best of them, select any two and select one best of them, or 3, whatever. Tournament size maybe 2, 3, 4, whatever. So in this you have taken tournament size as 3. So you have select any 3 of these and then you select the best. So that is tournament selection. That is very popular. Tournament selection is one popular operator which does not try to select only best but give chance to comparatively better solutions also, which are not best but they may be considered better. हमेशा बेस्ट को ही नहीं कंसिडर करेगा, ये नॉन बेस्ट को भी कंसिडर कर सकता है ड्यू टू दिस रैंडम. तो रैंडम ऑपरेटर की वजह से वो किसी भी 3 को सिलेक्ट करेगा, पहले उनमें से बेस्ट को लेगा. सो इट ट्राइज टू फॉर्म योर पॉपुलेशन which is not trying to find the best solution or trying to, so you just have to avoid reaching to the very good solution very early, because if you reach good solution very early then you may fall into local optima as we have seen. local optima और जो हमने प्रॉब्लम देखी थी वो प्रॉब्लम यहाँ भी है. लोकल ऑप्टिमा में ये स्टक हो सकता है एल्गोरिथम. इट मे फाइंड बेस्ट सॉल्यूशन इन द फर्स्ट साइकिल इटसेल्फ एंड इट नेवर इम्प्रूव्स दैट. तो लोकल ऑप्टिमा में अगर है तो वो चेंज कभी हो ही नहीं पाएगा. अगर ऐसा हो जाए तो वो लोकल ऑप्टिमा में फंस जाएगा. तो उसको अवॉइड करने के लिए रैंडमनेस को बढ़ाना पड़ता है. So then reproduction operator. Reproduction means crossover. Like how do you make new population? तो कैसे बनाएंगे पेरेंट्स से क्रॉसओवर. क्रॉसओवर मींस यू कैन आइदर स्वैप और एक्सचेंज सेलेक्टेड नंबर ऑफ बिट्स इन 2 सॉल्यूशंस. किसी भी 3 बिट को सपोज आपने सेलेक्ट कर लिया 2 पेरेंट्स में, उन दोनों को आपने एक्सचेंज कर दिया. सो दैट इज one way of 1 point crossover, n point crossover, uniform crossover. So this is 1 point crossover. So you just exchange from this to this and this to this. Okay, you just exchange this way. So 1 point, you just select 1 point and then exchange one part to another part in 2 parents and you set. These are the new child. तो अगर ये 2 पेरेंट्स हैं इनिशियली तो क्रॉस ओवर लगाने के बाद 1 पॉइंट क्रॉस ओवर लगाने के बाद ये 2 पेरेंट्स हो जाएंगे. दिस इज व्हाट इट इज शोइंग. सिमिलरली यू कैन फाइंड दिस वे n point crossover means you have selected many points and you have interchanged this way. तो पहले वाले को चेंज नहीं किया, दूसरे को चेंज कर दिया, फिर चेंज नहीं किया, फिर दूसरे को चेंज कर दिया. That's how you exchange the parts of two solution to generate new solution. So now children will be this. So n point solution. Uniform crossover. Uniform crossover means you find you exchange uniformly. ऐसा नहीं कि किसी दो जगह पे ही हो रहा है, पूरे ही शुरू से आखिरी तक करीब करीब पूरे सॉल्यूशन को आपने चेंज कर दिया है. ओके, सो फॉर ईच बिट यू रैंडमली सेलेक्ट एनी. तो ये चेंज करना, यू यूज अ रैंडम ऑपरेटर फॉर ईच बिट एंड एक्सचेंज व्हेन रैंडम ऑपरेटर अप्लाइज. तो सपोज आप 0 1 दो वैल्यू रैंडम ऑपरेटर की वो कर रहे हैं, 0 है तो चेंज करेंगे, 1 है तो नहीं करेंगे. इस तरह से आपने रैंडमली डिसाइड किया कि किसको चेंज करना है, किसको नहीं चेंज करना है. तो हर बिट के लिए आपने वो रैंडम डिसीजन लिया और चेंज कर दिया. सो दिस विल चेंज द एंटायर सॉल्यूशन यूनिफॉर्मली. अभी उसमें क्या हो रहा था, कुछ ही पार्ट चेंज हो रहा था. इन n point and 1 point only some part of the solution was changed in every new generation. But to avoid that, you can generalize it and you can make it uniform. Crossover. So it is just showing the examples how. Then again is mutation. How do we do mutation? We mutate. So when crossover is a binary operator, it takes two parents as input and generates two children. Mutation is unary operator. It takes one parent and generate another single child. So are you able to understand? So this is how it goes. You can very well go through these slides. I have uploaded them on the EduNext, and you can go through these slides to find various ways of mutation and crossover. Then survivor selection, that is done at this point of that algorithm. So that may be random selection, age-based selection, fitness-based or proportionate selection, elitism, janitor, or delete worst. Okay, so these are the various ways of selection that you have to select. Suppose out of 10 solutions, you have to select only 5 solutions. So which 5 you will select for the next generation? That you have to decide. Then that decision may be either random, that may be either age based, कि जो सबसे पुराना solution है उसको नहीं रखना है, नए को रखना है. फिटनेस बेस्ड, जो सबसे बेस्ट है उसको रखना है. एलिटिज्म, ऑलवेज बेस्ट में ही रखना है बस. जैनिटर, डिलीट वर्स्ट, की जो सबसे खराब है उनको हटा देना है और जो एवरेज है सबको रख देना है. इस तरह के कई सारे सिलेक्शन. दे मे बी वेरियस अदर वेज ऑल्सो. People keep on doing research, keep on innovating on these type of operators, and they keep on applying different ideas. So you will find a lot number of these type of operators in the literature. तो आप रिसर्च के अगर आर्टिकल पढ़ेंगे तो वहाँ पे बहुत सारे सिलेक्शन, किसी ने कुछ लगाया है, किसी ने कुछ करा है, किसी ने कुछ करा है, ऐसे करते रहते. बट दीज आर द मोस्ट पॉपुलर वन विच I am showing all in this slide. So this is example how we can select, and this is various types of GA, real valued or that we may not be very much interested. Okay, so just up to this we are interested. This survivor selection, up to this point we are interested to know what is genetic algorithm. Okay, so that's completes your genetic algorithm, and I believe this will be your last lecture, because on Friday we will be having the quiz and I will not be covering any topic. For last topic NLP, I am going to upload the introductory slide through which you will go and understand what are the different processes, different stages of NLP, natural language processing. And I hope you found this course interesting, and I've tried my best to make it more interested as much as possible. And due to this lockdown, we struggled to learn new things, but I believe the students which were regular could understand and could learn new things and are in better position to handle AI type jobs in future. Thank you. Any can you show me your faces? Can you please switch on your videos? Any question? Please switch on your videos for some time, everybody, and do not log out and do not switch off your video. Just there are 8 people only. So I hope this you found this interesting, these classes. In spite of this lockdown period, we were trying to cover all the topics as better way as possible. So any comments? How was these classes? Salil, Tolika, found them interesting?
Interesting, yes, sir, but it's a bit monotonous for me.
Okay. So any idea like what is the suggestion? How we can change this?
Sir, we
Maybe.
can't compare real environment with online environment.
Huh?
Real, we can't compare real environment with online
Yeah,
environment.
that is
Real,
there. We cannot compare because I am not able to see your faces while I'm delivering. So I am just talking to my laptop only. When I'm talking, I'm just talking to laptop, and I believe whatever I'm saying, you are following step by step. But when I am in class, I have your faces in front of me, and to get idea that if you are understanding or not or whatever. So that helps. And then you can also from your like body language and many other things helps to understand things better. Okay, and also we have better environment, like we have a board, chalk, I can write something then and there to explain things which are more complex. So that is there, but otherwise what can be done to improve these classes? Any idea? What about others? Can others also come live on video? Shelja, Khushi, Ishita, Avnish, Shikhar. Yes, Salil. What is the idea? Like, do you have any idea? How can we make it more? Maybe interactions can improve. If I'm just only one person who is talking throughout the session, maybe I ask questions and then somebody answers, that kind of thing can help.
I don't think it would help much because these are mostly informative. We have to actually learn the thing.
Yes. So how we can improve? Maybe if I have better what do you say, tools where I can write something and in a better way, and then it can help probably. Where I
Yes.
can just keep on writing on some pad and that is visible to you also on the screen at the same time. That probably can help, right?
Yes, sir.
Instead of just running the slide one by one. Okay, then I think others are not able to show their faces. So we'll stop here. Now we'll meet probably last time on Friday, and we will have a quiz on that day. And better luck, best luck for your future. And I believe we do not have any problem to understand the evaluation.
No, sir.
Evaluation is easy.
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
And the students which have not done their MT1, then we will have to adopt some way. We might have to submit. We might ask them to submit assignments for them for in place of MT1. So that will work out. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.